So how do we hack those limitations imposed by our biology, by our ego? This is where transcendent purpose creates the breakthrough in us, right? A purpose that is bigger than and outside of you. And we invited you to look at what you're doing and ask, what is the earth-shattering reason that you have to hit that paycheck number? What is the earth-shattering reason that you have to get those 5 things? Did you get a chance to think about that? What are your thoughts? What is the earth-shattering reason that you have to hit that paycheck?
Pay my bills.
Pay your bills, okay. So is paying your bills transcendent? Does it transcend you? Is it bigger than and outside of you?
Yeah, if I can't pay my rent, then I lose my apartment.
But is that bigger than you? Or is that just you?
Well, my husband loses the apartment too, so.
Okay, so that becomes a little bit more transcendent, right? Because that's outside of you. Right? What else? What else commits you to hitting that number?
Tattoos.
Okay. Are tattoos bigger than and outside of you? Or are they you?
They're me.
They're you. We have to find the things that are transcendent, that are motivating us. And we have to keep those things front of mind. And when we are focused on a transcendent purpose, a reason for doing something beyond ourself, right? We override our ego and break through our self-imposed limits. That's the problem. That's the rub. You yourself will give up on you yourself. There's a biological limitation there. You're running into this mud, right? It's like, I know I want to make more money than I need, but I'll do that tomorrow. You guys ever have that happen? I know I want to lose 10 pounds. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I know I want to pay my bills. I know I want to get out of debt. I'll do that tomorrow. I know I want to put money in my savings account. I'll do that tomorrow. I know I want to make that extra $200 this week. I'll do that next week. What is the transcendent purpose that commits you to doing it today?
Could it be maybe a vision that you have of yourself for the future?
Okay. A vision that you have of yourself for the future. That is transcendent. Okay, so that's helpful. For example, who's a character who was really good at having a vision for their self, right? And so they performed at just extraordinary levels that were superhuman. They were beyond good enough.
Ragnar Lothbrok.
Ragnar Lothbrok. So who was he doing it for? What was he doing it for? What motivated him to do more than was necessary?
Viking colony.
His people, Odin. He was fighting for Odin. He was trying to bring glory, right? He wanted to go to Valhalla and dine in Odin's hall with Thor and celebrate his conquests. That's really transcendent, right? That's good. Here's a quote from Michael Jordan. He's one of these people that inspires me, right? We all have our heroes, okay? Michael Jordan is one of my heroes. And I was watching The Last Dance, and at the very end of The Last Dance, he just says this outright. He said, I got to the point where I realized it wasn't about me. It was about every kid across the entire world that watched me play and the message I sent to them. And he was talking about what got him to play in that famous playoff game where he was sick and to perform anyway and to do what he did. And he said, it wasn't about me. It was about my teammates. It was about my fans. It was about every kid who ever watched me play and the message I sent to them about who they are. Transcendent purpose, right?
Who was that Niners player that cut their finger off?
Ronnie Lott.
Was it Ronnie Lott?
Ronnie Lott, yeah. Another great example. This isn't about me. This is about my teammates, and the fingers got to go because we got to win. This is this concept of transcendent purpose, and this is going to follow us through this entire conversation. My hope is that by the end of today, you are able to recognize an unlimited well of transcendent purpose. That if you will give yourself to that, you will break through, right? That will hack your limitations imposed by your ego, okay? And allow you to break through your self-imposed limitations. This was all talked about in the book Peak Performance, right? By focusing on a self-transcending purpose, we override our ego and break through our self-imposed limits. So we call that commitment, the earth-shattering reason that you have to. And that protects you from fear and complacency. And because you're protected from this fear, your cortex opens back up. Let's focus on our actions, right? Let's let go of the result. The result is just a function of the law of large numbers and the paradistribution randomly being distributed. But over a course of large numbers, the result will average out. This is gravity. The result will average out. We don't need to worry about the result because the results come from the action, right? And if we focus on our actions, confidence is sustained, results return, and that gives us intense confidence, intense focus at the same time and creates this opportunity for this upward line. Our lows get higher, our highs get higher, right? So this is our choice. We can be this, we can be this. This is our choice. It has been the privilege of my life professionally to be in this space with people every single day, all day, and watch the results of that choice and have this cemented into my head. That's been the privilege, right? Working with you, helping you become aware of the gate, and then helping you and supporting you and coaching you and taking this path, right? And watching the results follow. This is gravity. We don't have to hope this is the case. We know this is the case. So what is the difference? What creates the upward line? Right? Rule number 3, focus on things you can control and create success with those things. That will give you confidence and increase your chances of accomplishing things that are outside of your control, right?